Hi, you're listening to audio by the Vive. For more info on how to get connected, tap the link to our website or Instagram in the show notes below.
I'm Megan, and I'm a 10th grader, and I go to the Vive, and this is my friend Connor.
I'm glad to be here.
And today, we are going to be talking about anxiety and what that looks like. So, first question I'm going to ask you is just like, what was it like growing up having Jesus in your life, and what was it like having anxiety, mixed into that?
So I've grown up in a Christian home. My dad's a pastor, so I'm a PK. But I'm very extroverted, love to be around people, and
Mhm.
so that just makes me or I want to please people. So I'm a people pleaser, and so a lot of that just stems from I want people to like me, right? I want to fit in. I want to do what they're doing, say what they're saying, and watch what they're watching. And a lot of the times that would just cause me to I wonder what they're thinking about me. I wonder what this person's thinking about me. I wonder what they're saying about me. I wanted to fit in, and
Yeah.
so yeah, that's really the type of anxiety I struggle with. I feel like on a daily basis.
How did that affect like your relationships, like friendships and like family and stuff like that?
Oh, I mean, big time in middle school even in high school. I didn't really have at the beginning of high school, I didn't really have any good friends. It wasn't because I was just always trying to fit in.
Yeah, you felt like you were faking it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so it was really until my 10th grade year. No, actually, the summer after my ninth grade year when I went to Vive Camp. I've been to Vive Camp since 5th grade.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but it was that's when I was saved and when I really had a heart transformation. And so
Awesome.
after that year, it was I was really trying to get my life on track and not really trying to please people, but more please God. And that's where I found some of my closest and good friends. And so
How did like Vive and all the camps that you went to and all the things you got involved with, how did that help you stray away from anxiety? And what did that look like whenever you're like trying to build relationships and stuff like that?
yeah, my closest friends all go to the Vibe with me and all. It just being in that vulnerable spot in small groups really just has changed us and made me and one of my buddies want to do it every day. And so um, we started a Bible study after Vive Camp my 11th grade year. Yeah, no, after my 10th grade year. But so then our junior year, we really felt a conviction and
Mhm.
we were like, well, I want to keep this going. We want to stay in that spiritual high we always talk about.
Yeah.
And so every morning we got to school 30 minutes early and read our Bibles together, and then some people they saw us reading our Bibles together, and then other people joined us, and then we just kept inviting people, and it just really strengthened all of our relationships with God and strengthened all our relationships with each other.
Yeah. And I know for me, like with anxiety and everything like that, like it affected my relationships and like obviously like my walk with God because like I grew up in a church and everything and I've always like been close to Jesus. But whenever I started getting anxiety in like middle school and high school and stuff like that, like it really like affected my relationships, my friendships, my family and stuff like that. So like how did that affect your relationships? Like how did the like stress of, people pleasing other people, like how did that affect your walk with God and your like relationships with other
Yeah,
people?
I think my relationship with other people they didn't really face value they didn't really change. I think what changed was more my um
Internally.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
my mental state, just how I perceive them, not really as friends, but just as people that I wanted on my side, I guess, or
Yeah.
people that I wanted to like me, not
Mhm.
really friends. And so that's I feel like so often how I would think about the people around me. And but with God, I think I never really saw him as this personal being, right? I just become desensitized and numb because I've like you said, you've grown up in church your whole life. I've grown up in church
Right.
my whole life. And so it's just I was numb to to God and the personal connection he wants with all of us. And I didn't really understand that or grasp that until I found those um godly friends and role models in my life.
Yeah. And I feel like that's just like so important. And like who you surround yourself with obviously is just like a really big deal because like if you're around like negative people then obviously like you're going to become more negative and have
Right.
negative thoughts and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like what kind of anxiety do you find most prevalent in your life?
I definitely feel like it was pleasing people, but
Mm,
also pleasing myself was a big thing. My parents have always like I feel like if I like have good grades and I'm trying, like that's all really like like if I'm trying my hardest, then that's all they really care about. But like myself, like I just wanted to be the best, I guess. Like I just wanted to be the best possible version of Megan that I could be. And I just constantly felt like I was never reaching that point. And so it honestly just like caused me so much stress. And I was just like beating myself up about it because it was like I can't be perfect at this and I can't be awesome at this and I'm really bad at this. And I was just like, I guess just finding every single imperfection that I had in myself. And growing in my relationship with Christ and, being able to find friends and family that I can talk to about it really helped because it was just like, I'm not the only one that wants to please others and myself. And I'm not just wanting to, you know, get good grades because my parents want me to get good grades, or I don't want to get good grades just because I want to get good grades. Like I want to get good grades because I want to go to a good college or go to a good high school, and like I want to be proud of myself, that kind of thing.
mm, yeah. I feel like everyone struggles with some sort of anxiety, like um, whether or not it is people pleasing or perfectionist. There's other kinds like that I can't think of right now, but I mean, I think the verse though that has really helped me in my walk with anxiety, I guess. I don't really like to think of it as like a because I mean it's a daily struggle. It's like not really like a temptation to give into anxiety. It's just our
Right.
human
It just kind
nature.
of
Yeah.
happens. Yeah.
And so but like Philippians 4:6-7, it says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything with prayer and supplication, make your request known to God, and the peace that surpasses all understanding will guard your heart in Christ Jesus." And that peace that you just, I mean, when you give it to God and just pray, I mean, that peace is uh, indescribable. It's. I feel like for me that at least that's like the fire I get when I have that peace. It's like, oh man, I want everyone to have this kind of peace.
Yeah. Also, like having that peace, like what did that look like in like your family and like your friends and like going to school and stuff? Like what was it like having that peace knowing that you have a relationship with Jesus and like being able to be close with Jesus, like all that anxiety just goes away. Like what did that feel like and what was that like? Like did you like visually see it happen in like your life?
Um, I would say not I didn't really visibly like it wasn't like a um tangible like I could say, "Oh, I didn't have anxiety today."
Yeah.
It was just a subtle like having confidence in who God has made me to be instead of what other people say about me. But like there has been moments where I'm overthinking about certain situations and I just go like even on a Wednesday night I go to the altar and pray and then it's at that moment I receive peace or um and so there are times like that where I can feel, oh, this I have peace now.
Yeah.
And so um but it wasn't really like a oh, on certain day I had peace. It was
Yeah.
just a subtle um being in the word every day and being in prayer every day.
And I feel like being in the word every day and like talking to God about all of it and finding godly relationships in your life, it just really helps you just like not you don't even have to like think about it. Like it just like happens. Like you don't even have you don't even have to think like, "Oh, I didn't have a panic attack today. Oh, I didn't have an anxiety attack today." Like, "Oh, I didn't stress out over my grades today." Like that kind of thing. And I think that's
Yeah,
really cool.
I agree.
Well, that's all we have for you guys today. Stay tuned for our other episodes that are coming out. Thank you so much, Connor, for joining me today.
Vive is Silverdale for 6th through 12th grade. We gather on Wednesday nights at 6:30 p.m. in Chattanooga, Tennessee at our Bonny Oaks, North Ooltewah, Apison, and St. Elmo campuses. We also have small groups on Sunday mornings at 9:30 and 11 a.m. on our Bonny Oaks campus. Thanks for hanging out.